What's good, YouTube? What's good, everybody? Um, so today's video is about my Knicks. Now, obviously, last night we did beat the Jazz, who's a shocker to the NBA because a lot of people thought they was gonna tank, they was gonna fight, but still lose. Like how some teams they're not good and they still find ways to keep up with you scoring wise, you know? Or you know, maybe the Jazz are better off without a star, I mean, I think when they had Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, they would just keep getting bounced out the first round. Like they'll go 0 to 100 in the regular season, but when it comes to playoffs, they just couldn't get over the hump. So trading your best two players and getting compensation from them for them, and then on top of that, playing well. I mean, that shows a lot of that turns a lot of faces. You know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe the Jazz don't need a star. Maybe because the Jazz can tank and still not get the number one pick. Like it reminds me of my Knicks back when we drafted Porzingis, right? I think we went 16-65 or 15-65. That landed us at the number 4 spot. You know what I'm saying? So obviously we took Porzingis with the number fourth pick overall. So tanking doesn't necessarily guarantee you the first pick. This is not the NFL where the NFL draft process is from least to worst. Or no, it's from least to above average. And obviously the Super Bowl, whoever wins the Super Bowl gets the last pick of the draft. So it's from worst, middle of the pack, great. That's just how the NFL draft process is. The NBA draft process, is a little bit different, obviously. You know, I mean, it don't matter if you suck bad, like my Knicks did around 2016. You may not even get the draft pick. You know, and we didn't. You know, even when we drafted RJ, we still didn't get the number one draft pick. So, um, but anyways, man, good win. Obviously, we did get blown out against the Nets, but we'll face them again. I mean, that's the beauty of the NBA. Like, yeah, the Brooklyn Nets beat us, but guess what? They lost by 53 points to the I said Minnesota Vikings, to the Sacramento Kings. So, karma is a B, you know what I'm saying? So, but good win. But the thing I hate is they play back to back. They just played last night and then they have to play again against against the Nuggets. Now, obviously, do we have a chance against the Nuggets? Probably. I mean, the only person we have to worry about actually, if Porter is playing, if Gordon is playing, if Murray is playing, which obviously I think Murray is going to play, and Jokic, we have to, you know, contain him, and Mitch is still out. So, but Hartenstein and Sims is doing the best that they can. I wish we would have resigned Taj Gibson for one more year. I think that would have probably helped us. You know, but it is what it is. I think we can win. The Nuggets don't necessarily scare us. I don't necessarily scared of the Nuggets. I think they could put up points in a hurry, and it's going to be very difficult to stop Nurkic. Like who's gonna, what I'm saying, like we don't have no bodies to throw at Nurkic, and if we double team him, he could just kick it out to, Barton, and they have a lot of great role players on that team, and there are a lot of great players on that team as well. So it's not gonna be easy, and then that's another 10 o'clock game as well. So who knows, man? Maybe playing back to back is hard. It really is. Like you win one game, and then now you have to turn around and face another team within 74 hours. It's nerve wracking. It just drains the whole energy out of you. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the NFL don't have that. You know, it's not like you play Sunday and then you quickly have to play Monday. Like you get, you know, days off, rest. But you get rest in between days. You might play today and then you might be off like 3 games and then have, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, man, very surprised and very pleased of my Knicks. Um, beating the Jazz. I mean, I don't see it as a shocker. Because this has been the NFL has been weird. The NBA has been weird today. Not today, but just this year has been weird. Like all these good teams are doing bad, and all these good teams, or all these bad teams are doing good, and all these good teams are doing bad. But then again, you don't expect good teams to start off fire. You know what I'm saying? Because it spoils the competition. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to mix the good with the bad sometimes, or you have to mix the bad with the good sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like not all good teams have to start off strong. You know what I'm saying? Because we were what 12 games, 13 games in. So give it around Christmas, and everybody's gonna be back to their normal self. I don't expect these bad teams to keep up. Like the Jazz, the Rockets, OKC, Kings, like they keeping up with teams like the Suns, the 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 Bucks, the Heat, the Mavericks. You know what I'm saying? Like they scoring 122. Like what the hell? It's like it's like you would expect them to not even compete. I'm not saying that they can't compete, but you know, I mean, it's kind of like college football. You know what I'm saying? That's like Alabama versus an unranked team, a lower team. That's like Alabama versus Marshall. Like you would expect Alabama to put up at least 50 points on Marshall or any other unranked team. You know what I'm saying? Navy. You know what I'm saying? So, but the simple fact that you know we have these NBA teams that's keeping up with teams that's better than them. Eh, but I guess nobody wants the Wamba pick though, because nobody's trying. Because if you try, like the Rockets are by far in position to draft Wamba, because they only got one win on the season, I believe, or two or three. I think they're 3-7. Hold on, let me check. Alexa, what's the Houston Rockets record?
This past Monday, the Los Angeles Clippers defeated the Houston Rockets 122 to 106. Jalen Green led both teams in scoring, posting 25
Alexa,
points.
what is the Houston Rockets?
The Dallas Mavericks and Houston Rockets are facing off tonight at 8:30 p.m.
I'm so tongue twisted right now. Alexa, what is the Houston Rockets record?
From Wikipedia.org, the Houston Rockets basketball franchise based in Houston.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, just be on Zoom. All right, you know what? Alexa, show me the NBA standings.
Please unlock your device.
See what I be doing. See what I be getting at with Alexa, man. Hold on, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. The Houston Rockets are... Yep, the Houston Rockets are 12 and 13. I mean, actually 12 and 2 and 12. The Los Angeles Lakers are 3 and 10. As you can see, so yeah. So only the Lakers and the Rockets have the worst record. Now, if we go to the East, the Pistons are 3 and 12, and the Charlotte. I'm not worried about the Hornets. I think Melo got back. LaMelo Ball was playing last night, I believe. And then Orlando's 4 and 12. So, and then my Knicks are 7 and 7, and the Nets are 6 and 9. Boston and Milwaukee are on top of the East, and Portland and Denver and Utah are on top of the West. So it's been NBA's been weird, but what's new? But anyways, man, like, comment, subscribe. Take care of yourself and each other.